Hey guys, it's Bethany and I'm excited to bring you a haul / review video and some tutorials on a brand that I've never tried before. This is Iman Cosmetics, and I actually got these products from Octoly. I saw that Iman Cosmetics had a campaign that you could apply for, and I had never tried the products, never really heard of the brand itself, and so I was super excited to get picked to be able to get some products to review for you guys. Quite a few things, which was nice because I can kind of look at the range of the cosmetics. So I've got like some face products, some lip products, eye products to really kind of get a good sneak peek on what this cosmetic brand is all about. You can find this line at Walgreens, so that's great if you have a Walgreens nearby, which basically everyone does. You can pick up this line. I also kind of did some research, and this is a really cool company because it caters a little bit more to women of color. So they have a lot better skin tone ranges for people who have those deeper complexions. But I am, even though I'm quite fair, I am able to use these products as well. I just have to tweak some of the things a little bit. I want to review each of the products that I got, as well as I have a little bit of a tutorial that I'll be incorporating too, so you can kind of see how I applied it. First product here is the Skin Tone Evener, and this is in Sand Light. It's their BB cream. Unfortunately, this color is too dark for me, and this is the lightest color that they have in the range, but I was able to make this really work as a bit of a contour / bronzer of my face. So I would apply this after my foundation with a beauty blender, just kind of around, you know, the shades of my face where I would want a little bit more definition. So a little bit in like the hollows of the cheeks, around the forehead, around the neckline, to give myself a little bit of a subtle like bronzing / contour. And it was really pretty how the effect came out because it wasn't super dramatic. If I was going for something really natural, I would be able to use this shade and get that natural look without having a ton of like bronzer or contour on my skin, like in a powder version. So I really like how I was able to use this BB cream in another way because it wasn't my shade. And I would just use a damp beauty sponge to be able to mix that in as well because it gave it even more of a natural finish. Even after I put like my face powder on top to, you know, get rid of any of the shininess, I still was able to see that contrast. So I'm actually really enjoying this product, even though I haven't been able to use it as a, you know, foundation. It's a really pretty consistency, really easy to blend. Next, I was able to try out their bronzing powder in Sand. This I would use in addition to the BB cream, so if I wanted to really have a little bit more of a strong color to my skin, or by itself. And one of the things that I really liked about this product, and this will probably be a con to some people, but for me it was great just because I am so fair. I was able to use this because it's not highly pigmented. It's a product that you're able to build up. I'm able to use this as like a bronzer because I have the ability to be a little bit more in control of the color and the pigmentation. This does have a bit of a shimmer to it, so depending on how you like your bronzers, it's, you know, going to be a personal preference. And this is quite warm, so this is not going to be a shade that you want to use as a contour, but it's a really pretty just kind of warming of the skin. I also played around with this bronzer as an eyeshadow too. Again, it's not crazy pigmented, so you do have to build up the color a little bit, but it's a nice like crease shade or outer V shade depending on how intense of a look that you're going for, or you could just apply this all over the eyes just for a really great easy out the door neutral eye. My favorite product out of all the products that I was able to try is the Sunlit Copper. This is the luxury blushing powder. It cracked a little bit in the shipping process, but there's still a ton of product there, and I was able to get a good review on here. And this is a blush, but one of my favorite ways to use it is actually as an eyeshadow. This is the color that I have in my crease right now, and it is so warm, so beautiful. I know everyone really is loving those warm tone, you know, coppers and browns right now, and so this is totally up most everyone's alley. And I just think it's a gorgeous kind of terracotta shade, and this is it right here. It's a nice basically it's a matte. There might be a little bit of satin in there. There's a little bit, I think, of a like glitter overlay on there, but not really anything that shows up. So I would consider it a matte shade. Next product is the Perfect Eyeshadow Pencil. The color I have is in Desire, which is a warm golden shade. This is what I have on the lids of my eyes. And I would suggest that you use a primer with this, use a shadow base, and maybe even use a shadow over top. I'm using about 2 coats of it on my lid right now, and I've done this a few times to kind of review it, and it does crease after a couple hours, where if you want to even it out, you do have to kind of lightly blend it in with your finger or add a little bit more color to it and blend it in that way. So I would suggest, and I have dry eyelids, so I would suggest kind of playing around with it to kind of eliminate the creasing. It's a really pretty color, very creamy, and it does give a really cool look to your eyes, but you are gonna have to play around with it a little bit because it does crease fairly quickly. Now to the 4 lip products that I was sent. The first one is Paprika, and that is what I have on my lips right now. This color is so cool. I really like it. It's almost kind of like the lipstick version of the blush. It's got a lot of warmth to it. There's some orange to it, some gold to it, some brown, and it's almost got a little bit of a metallic shine to it. Really, really loving this color. It's probably not going to be for everyone, but I really like how it's turned out, and I think it's a great fall shade. The lipstick itself is pretty moisturizing, pretty comfortable. It is a little bit of a like glossy, shiny finish, so it's not super long lasting, and I really like too that it has a clear top on there so that you can see that lipstick shade when you're kind of holding it in your collection. The next product I went ahead and applied for you guys. This is the Luxury Lip Shimmer. The color is Impetuous, and this has a really yummy scent to it. It's got a little bit of like a cakey donut scent, which always makes the application process more pleasurable if you have a nice scent to it. And this is a really pretty shade as well. This is something that is a little bit more toned down than the lipstick. Lip gloss itself is not sticky, which I know is really important for most people. It's important for me. You don't want to feel uncomfortable when you're wearing some sort of lip product. Quite smooth on the lips. This next lipstick color is in the Iman Nude shade. It is not cute at all, unfortunately, on me, but it's the same formula. It's the Luxury Moisturizing Lipstick that the Paprika shade is in. So I really do like the formula of it. This shade is just not my color. Next, we have quite a bold shade. This is from the lip liner. It's the Perfect Lip Pencil, and it's in Cocoa. And this is obviously a very intense, deep chocolate shade, which is quite beautiful. Definitely not an everyday shade for me, but I think that this could be so stunning on so many different complexions. This pencil is actually quite creamy. Usually, with pencil form lip liners, they're a little bit harder, not as creamy. This one is pretty nice, and I really do like that it has a sharpener on the lid of it. Because it is so creamy, I do notice that it's a little bit harder to actually apply to the lips. It's kind of like, it's great that it's creamy, but then there's a little bit of a con that it's creamy too, because I sometimes notice that it's easier to get outside of the line because it's so creamy, it just glides on pretty quickly. Hopefully that kind of makes sense if you know what I'm kind of trying to describe. And I noticed that it could just because this color is so strong, but it does get a little patchy as you're applying it. Some areas that I had to kind of go over it a couple times to make sure that the color itself was consistent. I hope this review and like little mini demo tutorials was helpful for you guys, especially if you are new to this brand as well. Octoly and Iman Cosmetics both have apps. The cool thing about the Iman Cosmetics app is they actually have kind of like a shade finder there. So if you're having a hard time finding what shade would be best for you, especially if you're going to be ordering online, or if, I don't know if Walgreens has the testers there, but you can also check out that app to kind of see what would be the best color match for you. I hope you guys are all doing fabulous and that this was a helpful video for you, and I will see you in one of my next videos. Bye!